Welcome, Matt here, and I'm just going to show you 5 different ways we can make very simple beginner fills sound really interesting and just spice up your playing if you're quite new to drumming and you want a way to make your fill sound cool. So we're going to base this first on a beginner fill. A lot of drummers start learning. One of the first fills they learn. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do with that is just add a drag or a rough to the beginning of the fill. So this is getting into the world of rudiments. Hopefully you're working on your rudiments already. So I'll give you a couple of examples now where you can hear an awesome fill starting with this type of technique. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot no Okay, so that sounds really cool. So we're just going to add that drag to the beginning of that same fill we did. So I'm starting on my right hand with the fill. So right, left. So I'm going to do the little buzzy drag note with my left hand. So it'll sound like this. Okay, so you can see that makes even that quite basic fill sound a little bit more interesting. Just gives it something at the beginning. But we can use that in any fill you can just lead in with a rough or a drag or a little buzz note just to kind of lead into it, and you can put it in the middle as well. So I'm going to give you a few examples now. All right, so the second way I want to look at spicing up our fills today is mix up the subdivisions, so the note values we're using. So at the minute we've just done 16th notes, 4 on each drum. But we could use quarter notes, 8th notes, 16th notes, 8th note triplets, sextuplets. There's lots of different speeds of rhythms at our disposal, lots of different note values we can use. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do 16th notes. I'll play it on the snare first. 16th notes in beat 1, beat 2 we're going to do sextuplets, beat 3 8th note triplets, and beat 4 2 8th notes. So we've got 4 different note values. So it'll go like, if I just tap it slowly and count it, 1 E and 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet, 4 and. It'll be that kind of count for it. So let me just play it on the snare first. Okay, so already that's sounding a little bit more interesting. Now it was quite quick, obviously you can do it at whatever speed you want. But now if we take that exact same rhythm and move it around the kit, and I'll just go clockwise like we did with the beginner fill, but using those different rhythms on each drum, it'll sound even more interesting. But the third method we're going to use today, I want to just bring in some bass drums. So we don't just have to use our hands, we can use bass drums as well. So if you were just to do it at 16th notes, we could do 2 hands and 2 bass drums, and it would sound like this. Okay, but now I'm going to use the same rhythm we used for the previous one when we mixed up the subdivisions and just put some of those notes onto the kick. So first of all, I'm going to do it just using a snare and kick drum. Okay, and now let's do the same thing, but we'll orchestrate it around the kit. All right, for the fourth method we're going to use here, we're going to start to bring in some cymbals and hi-hats, so we don't just have to use drums. We've got all these other sounds at our disposal. So I'm going to do this rhythm. We're going to go 1 and a 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and, okay? And I'm going to bring crashes in at first. You go crash, tekka, tekka, crash. Then we're going to go snare, snare, open hi-hat. Do a kind of little hi-hat bark. So I'll go 3 E and 4 E and. So the whole thing counts as 1 and a 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. And the final thing we're going to look at today is to use some unusual phrasing. So we're basing a lot of today's stuff on 16th notes. There's 4 of those in a beat. So we often, therefore, play in groups of 4, like the beginning fill I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 on each drum. So our phrasing becomes a bit predictable. But if we phrase in a different way, it can be interesting. So here we're going to do phrasing of 3 notes, but we're playing it over 16ths, which are in 4 notes. So instantly that sounds a little bit interesting. So the count will go like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And all I'm going to do to play that is play using dynamics. So I'm going to do a loud right hand and 2 soft left hands. Right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left. And then at the end I'm going to do 4 loud 16th notes, just as right, left, because that means it adds up to 1 whole bar of 16th notes. Okay, and then we can start to move those right hand accents around the kit and it gets even more interesting. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. Hit subscribe if you did, and if you want to grab the sheet music for all of those examples that you saw today in the lesson, click below, you can go grab it for free, and then you can practice all of these. But the main thing is, take the ideas and apply them to your own feels. Find out ways you can get creative. Just maybe add one thing at a time. And then once you start to combine all of these elements, then you've got so many different options when you come to create feels, and they sound a lot more interesting, a lot more complex, and you can express yourself in better ways.